Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and tell a friend. Behind the bars. That's where P. Diddy is right now. I remember when I was behind the bars and I told myself, you know what? Being behind the bars is no fun. I mean, it all depends, if you know what I mean. Because, for example, you could be behind the bars where you had no place to stay. You had no, you know what I mean. You was down and out in society. So you're behind the bars right now, thinking in your mind, you know what? When I get out, a lot of these people can say, you know what? What's my name? I'm gonna call my name Blanket 2. Blanket 2 is behind the bars. He's out now. You know he's about that life. But don't forget, Blanket 2 was not really about that life. Here we go. I'm just talking. That's it. Intimate purposes, that's it. Imagine that. Dummy mission. We're gonna get to dumb mission in a little while. P. Diddy, they're saying right now he's in this position where he's behind the bars. I've been there before. It's still fun. You're just basically sitting there. Believe it or not, if you sit there long enough, a fly becomes your best friend. A roach, a rat crawl on the ground. Imagine that. But that's how it is behind the bars. A lot of individuals have never been there before. Maybe they need to go there to experience it, to understand fully why individuals, for example, like P. Diddy, for example, want to pay $50 million to get out of there. It's a brutal place. Basically, just locked in a small place, and they just tell you to sit here, have a seat, and you say to yourself, no. They say, sit here. You're gonna sit here for 30 years. Imagine that. Imagine sitting inside of a small room for 30 years. But believe it or not, a whole lot of individuals are living their lives just like this. 30 years to sit down on a bench. Well, imagine that. No more rights. Sit here on this bench for 30 years because I tell you that. Because you told yourself in your mind you're a tough guy. And you know how to, well, we're not gonna get too graphic in this particular video. This particular video is just one of those sitting on the bench videos. Imagine that. I want to get a cheeseburger. I want to get a hamburger. I want to get some chicken. I want to imagine that. I just want to go on a walk. I no longer had the luxury of going on a walk anymore. I remember one point in time, I said to myself, you know what? Going on a walk, who does that? But as time went by, I made bad decisions. I'm trapped behind the bars. And the only thing I really want to do right now is just be free and go on a walk, see the butterflies, see the grasshoppers, even see people. Imagine that. Imagine seeing people. But you know what? When I was free, I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to make fast money. Any way, any form, anything. Imagine that. Anything. Now I'm trapped. Just like one of those fish, they caught on that hook. You're no longer in the water. Come here. You're going from the water to the frying pot. Imagine that. Olive oil or corn oil, I don't know. Either way, getting fried. Imagine getting fried. Believe it or not, a lot of these tough guys, individuals, go out of their ways to get fried and then start crying. I'm not going to say crying, well, I say it. Some of them cry like this. Some of them cry like this. Some of them cry like this. Either way, I don't know which crying is better. But if I was to take a guess, I would say that. I'm just talking. Tough guys. So you know what? Well, I'll keep this video short. But eventually, I'm going to start making these videos longer. Because I realize there are tough guys everywhere. Don't forget, F Service TV. I see them do it. Do it. They said crime don't pay. That's what I heard. I don't know. I'm just talking. That's it. Unbelievable. Life of a tough guy. Imagine that. I know I do something bad to somebody else. Imagine that. Something be done bad unto you. Unbelievable.